Dwatonomy, my favorite verse, or whatever the hell it is. What's going on?
Dwatonomy.
How is everybody? We okay on a Tuesday? I know it's emotional with the news of Jeff Okudah, one of the favorite sons of Detroit, is no longer.
I know.
Well, no, not that he's not dead. He just got traded.
Say, whoa.
Yeah, I didn't phrase that right. It's a good thing I'm not a pastor.
Mike just killed him off.
Right. I've just ended Jeff Okudah. So what do we make of this, guys, as we start this show? What do we make of it? Because sitting with Kenny and David earlier before you got here, and I said, I view it one way. And Kenny looked at me and he goes, well, I don't take that out of this. I go a complete other way. And David is like, I kind of see it both. So here's how we're going to reverse engineer this. You're going to lead. I'm going to ask what you take out of. What does it mean? And it can mean anything to any of you. That the Lions traded Jeff Okudah to Atlanta for a 5th-round pick. What does it mean? Does it mean they're just done with Jeff Okudah? They're not in the Okudah business?
No, I think that's a major thing right there. They're done. This was going to be his prove-it year, but they're going to say, we don't believe that you can duplicate.
Well, they didn't want to
even if you ball out. Right, even if you ball out this year, we're not going to extend you. You're done. And let's try to get something before you just walk away.
So what, if anything, do you read into the draft? And that's where I went with it.
And David and I talked about this as well. I think that some will be like, oh, well, now you have to use a corner with that top pick. And I say no, because the Lions, this shows me that Brad Holmes was playing chess. You brought in 3 corners already. You can still go out and get another corner in the 2nd or 3rd round and keep this thing going, because that was pretty much Okudah. You are what somebody says your value is, and people said that he's only worth a 5th-round corner right now. So you can go out and get another corner at 5 to replace him. I don't agree with that. I still say you got to go out there and you got to go, if you could trade up to get Anderson, if Carter's there. Here's what makes the Sauce Gardners of the world come around once every 10 years. You want a good corner, have a great defensive line. Then your corners are better because they don't have to guard their man as long. That's why I'm saying no. Taking a corner at 6 is a gigantic mistake. Shore up your line, get Aiden a partner on that line, get better, get faster, attack the quarterback. And now you could take one with the 3rd or use that 5th-round pick.
All right,
to get one.
then you're kind of in Kenny's camp.
Yeah.
Whether you know it or not.
Okay.
Kenny said it's not an indication of corner at 6 or 18. It's an indication of war chesting. More ammo to make a bold move potentially as a part of getting up to number 3. I took it, being a little bit of a panic-stricken person about corners at 6, I worry that the thing we're all willing to whistle by, the thing we're all just thinking there's no way, maybe they've loved a corner all along, and even though they've got 3 players, only one of which I believe is on a multi-year deal, that they think someone at 6 is so special, they want to take him. They don't want to have to start him. They'll play him. But they will, and remember, C.J. Gardner-Johnson can play nickel as well as safety.
Right.
Move around. Mosley, as well as.
Can do that.
I almost said Connor Hayward. Oh, my Lord. Dude for the Steel.
Cameron Sutton.
Sutton can play slot
Basically,
and boundary.
Positionless defensive backs.
So it was the idea, like Rico says, the guy you take at 6 has to help you win. But it doesn't mean he has to start. I wondered if the trading of Okudah meant they have the guy they want to replace his role with, and they think they've got a star at 6. Do you believe it's war chesting? Do you believe it's the corner at 6? Do you believe it means nothing? That they're just out of the Okudah stock market?
You know what? I hear the war chesting. I'm thinking it was just they were just done with Okudah. And let's get something.
I'm going to type that in for your perspective.
Yeah, we're done with Okudah. We got the draft. We have an extra pick. If there's somebody, if we want to take that 5th rounder and pair it with a 2nd rounder to move up to get somebody we want in the 2nd round, great. If not, we're just done. We're not going to extend him. We're not going to pay him. We don't think that he's going to be a fit in Detroit.
Here's the other thing. Adding another pick, and then, Kenny, I'll come to you. Adding another pick might not necessarily impact 6 or maybe 18. But if I have another pick, I can move another of my top 85 assets plus a second rounder to maybe dip back into the first round.
Right.
Because who are they? Who
I
are
am.
they interviewing today?
No.
They're interviewing something that Gator likes.
No.
Where is that button? Where is that magical button?
I
Thanks, Gator. They're interviewing Hendon Hooker today. Not just any hooker, Hendon Hooker. And that's a top 30 visit. You only get a set number of them. So if Hendon Hooker, if he's there at, say, 23.
if he's your third first-round pick, I still don't agree with it. And trust me, I was right there with Gator.
Which part?
I'm not saying it. Say my first rodeo.
Which part?
But yes, that was me earlier. But then, like I said, when I did that one exercise and saw, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Joe Milton has top odds for a Heisman.
The system. I'm with
It's
it.
the system. It's not the quarterback.
So here's what I filed it under. Now, David, you're the only one who has not identified a swim lane here. I've said, okay, immediate terror alert, because I'm an idiot. Oh, no. Are they considering a corner at 6? Rico says, no, they're just done with Okudah. Don't need him. Not going to pick up the option. Let's get a pick. We have our guys. Kenny is saying, no, wrong again. They're war chesting. Brad Holmes knows he has a chance to run this draft. They just added another pick, albeit not a premium selection, but it's a pick. Kenny thinks they're on the move somewhere. Now that leaves David. So, David, your choice D on this one.
See, I am what you just brought up on the latter end with Kenny with the war chest thing, but it's the war chest to trade back into the first round and grab someone of need. Not necessarily Hendon Hooker, but say Brise falls, Hansey falls,
Jack
and
Campbell.
Jack Campbell's, and they say, you know what? That's the guy I want. We have extra picks here. Go get him.
A fifth-round pick?
No,
along with a second. I'm just saying.
okay.
I think when
okay.
you just add pieces, you know what, Rico? It's like, what do they have? 5 of the top 85.
Yeah.
Then they have a little bit of a gap.
Yep.
But if you
No fourth-rounder.
right, but if you now look, what if it's something? And Kenny, to be right, it only has to be somewhere in the draft. What if it's taking a 5th and a 3rd and moving up in the 2nd?
Okay.
So it's this extra candy. Look, I don't know. I do worry.
That you get the running back that's
Oh no.
not
you mean
Bijan.
right? Just Chase Brown or your guy Ibrahim. I don't care. I want to know where people are at. Now, again, you can go anywhere you want with this. It could be the eye roll. They're just out of the Okudah business. It could be, oh my God, sound the alarms. We're not out of the woods. They might take a corner at 6. Or it's just Brad Holmes knowing I can run this draft. I'm going to add that pick means more to me than Okudah's presence. And the Lions, you're convinced they're going to be on the move draft night. Maybe those are the 3 simplest ways. And I always having fun with you based on that Hendon Hooker is here today.
And then to paraphrase something, all things could be true. It could be a little hodgepodge of what everybody is saying.
Isn't that always the case?
Yeah,
It's just a punch bowl.
But when I first heard, I was like, yeah, they were done.
Okay.
This was we gave you last year.
Yes, Kenny.
And last year didn't work out.
I think both Rico and David are right. I'm in both of their camps a little bit.
Wait, so
I
they
can
don't-
explain.
They don't believe what you believe, but they're right.
Well, I think Rico just said it. Everybody can be a little bit right here. I think Okudah was the last bastion of the Quinn Tricia era. They didn't want him necessarily when they got into town. So they
but they were
evaluated
fair.
him last year.
Yes.
And they were like, you know what? All right, we figured it out. Send him out of town, 5th-round pick, no problem. It adds to our war chest that we can use at any point in this draft.
Think about
and
this.
it might be to trade into the first round. It's
kinda-
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's kind of what Scott Harris is going to do with all the Tigers this year. You got this year to show me what you're worth. And next year, I'm just going to start going through, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. And I think that was Okudah. Okay, can we salvage that? We can't salvage.
What's worth more, my 4th corner or a 5th round pick? And that's what maybe the determination they made. So I wanted to have a little fun with it, though, because we all were discussing yesterday. The Lions are one of 6 teams associated with that 3rd pick. I think we all agree, like, in an ideal world, if I could sign a piece of paper and just move up to 3, that's what I would do, on the assumption that Will Anderson's there. But in absence of that, we have to wait. I want to know what you, the people, think. When you found out Jeff Okudah was traded, does it mean something or does it mean nothing? That's like a classic Jamie and Wojo 6 p.m. special from back in the day. Something or nothing, right? They used to do that bit. And if you think it means nothing, no one's upset with you. If you think it's ridiculous to read anything into it, that's okay. Or you're like me. You go, oh, there's something up.
First thing I told David, who was saying that now they're going to lock in on a corner, and he was just like, that would be me.
248-539-9797. Gator, they might love them too. I don't know. We'll find out.
And regarding war chesting, there may be something available that the Lions can use the war chest on. I'll give you that next.
Exciting.
Wow.